Just down here today at one of my properties on the Sunshine Coast. Probably my favourite property outside of my own home in my portfolio. I was just saying to the boys walking through, I don't like to get emotionally attached to properties or stuff, but I kind of am with this one because we took such a long time to actually create it. We put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into this one as well. This one's actually on Airbnb, which isn't really something we help clients do, but it's a strategy that I've been using recently myself. It's been super effective and really looking forward to walk you through the property. After we've had a walkthrough together and I've shown you around, I'll talk a bit more about the plan, the vision for this property and what myself and Lisa are looking to do with it longer term. So when I originally picked up this property, it was actually a vacant piece of land. I can see a bit of a theme in some of the videos I've been doing on my own properties recently, just buying land or buying old homes, knocking them over and rebuilding. Now, with this particular property, it was an oversized block. It's actually massive, and we decided to do something a little bit different. So we've built a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home at the front, and then we've actually built a 2-bedroom granny flat out the back. Now, what I'm doing with the front part of this property is actually leasing it full-time on Airbnb. It's got a super cute little plunge pool for the kids. Really, really, really well set up. Now, even though the property looks beautiful, it's actually very, very basic, just 10 mil stone bench tops, super simple kitchen, nothing special, super, super simple pool. But because we've made it look slightly different with the higher ceilings, it's come together beautifully. Now, out the back as well, I'm actually renting that property as a 2-bedroom granny flat, fully furnished. I do chuck in Wi-Fi out the back there, and I actually built another little plunge pool. And that property out the back in its own right is getting $695 a week as a 2-bedroom granny flat up here at the moment. So I'm really, really proud of this property. It took us a long time to complete. It hasn't been without its own issues. I've realized that the block's pretty wet, and so when it rains really hard up here, a lot of that water washes through the pool, and I have to get the pool guy to come out and fix her up a little bit. But again, we live and we learn. One of the things, again, which I did with this property and previous properties is I undercapitalized a little bit. I didn't realize that this particular location on the Sunshine Coast was going to blow up as quickly as it did. And again, if I was doing this again, for those of you looking to knock down and rebuild or build brand new, if you're in the likes of Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, or the great beachside locations around Oz, my only advice to my previous self would be to spend a little bit more. I probably should have built this front section as a beautiful big double-story 4 or 5 bedroom home, just to make sure I didn't undercapitalize on where the market was going. But I did the best again that I could at the time, and I'm so proud of this place. I've had Christmas parties here for work, stayed here with my wife a number of times as well. Absolutely love it, and so grateful to have it in my portfolio. Now, my longer term plan for all of my properties that are brand new and producing good yields like this one in great locations is to hold them. But what I've recently realized is I've probably got 1 or 2 properties that I will resell either just before or after the Olympic Games or just before the top of this real estate cycle. And what I'll do is I'll take that cash, I'll pay a heap of tax on it obviously, and then I'll take whatever's left over and help pay off the debt on some of my properties faster. But it's been a hell of a journey. I could never imagined when I started at 24, working at IBM, earning 55 grand a year in their graduate program, that I'd own a property like this in this sort of location. Really proud of my previous self for just staying with it, confronting so many fears, going through so many things the hard way, suffering from analysis paralysis, being terrified in different markets. But what I can say is one step at a time, by saving, by learning more, and by simply investing consistently over the last 12 years, things have worked out. And I've now got a portfolio of properties that can get me to that financially free place I want in the future once I pay off all of this bloody debt. But thanks so much for walking through with me today, guys. Can't wait to show you in another video the little 2-bedroom granny flat out the back.
Woo! That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Getting
Have a
cool, bro.
spin.
Yeah. Oh, sweaty. So sweaty. Oh, that's good. Look at that.
So nice, eh?
Oh.